At least $80 billion of our Canadian economy is contributed by the nonprofit sector. When people give to nonprofits, they get a 15% tax break. When people give to a political party, they get a 75% tax break. Is your party willing to give more incentive for people to donate to nonprofits? How can you better support nonprofits?
Thank you. Well, I'm not going to, on behalf of us all, please don't stop donating to us as we're fighting an election. We appreciate the support. With respect to nonprofits, of course, as Minister of National Revenue, we have a charities directorate as part of the Canada Revenue Agency, and we deal with nonprofits all the time. Just to say, the tax receipt for political contributions isn't 75%. It can be, but it's a graduated percentage. It's very important that we support the voluntary sector, both nonprofit and charitable. It's very important that we support all giving Canadians, because it's a big part of our culture, it's a big part of our way of life, and so much good work is done by those people throughout every community in Canada. One of the things we brought in was the super donor first-time tax credit. If you're giving to charities for the first time, or you haven't given recently in recent years, we have made the tax receipt up to 45%, up to $1,000 of giving. That's been very popular with our charities and nonprofits. We've been promoting it, and I think it is a testimony to the giving hearts of Canadians and the way that we help our neighborhoods, help each other, and do those good works. So I'm very much in favor of tax receipts for charitable and nonprofits, and very much in favor of continuing to look at that. If we feel there can be more room in the budget, now that we're back to a balanced budget, we can look at that sort of thing. Thank you.
Well, the Green Party is definitely in favor of tax receipts for charitable contributions. This does remind me of the situation with CRA targeting nonprofits for political action. That's a concern. And it's very obvious who they're targeting and who they're not. You've got the Fraser Institute, nonprofit, saying political stuff all the time, not being audited, whereas you have many environmental and even just community active nonprofits who are being audited ceaselessly by CRA, as if that's as if the CRA is there just as a political guard dog for the Harper government. So,
thank you, Anthony. I was going to say very much the same thing. As far as supporting the not-for-profit sector, the charitable sector, these are things that have always been near and dear to us. I think an area where we are offering or want to offer a tremendous amount of support is for those non-profit organizations that are helping deal with extreme poverty. We want to support them in their work with affordable housing, with getting people off of the streets. And another area, of course, is with the transition to green technology. There are a lot of not-for-profits out there doing excellent work, trying to help transition us from a fossil fuel-based economy to a renewable-based economy. And that is something that the NDP has been very clear about supporting in its platform. It's something that I strongly believe in. Forgive me. And again, to talk again about the issues surrounding selective CRA audits. The Fraser Institute, as Anthony pointed out, has not been audited. It certainly uses more than 10% of its budget to propose or to engage in political activity, and yet a small bird sanctuary, bird watching group was targeted because it had spoken out against the Conservatives' drastic cuts to our environmental protection regulations. So certainly an NDP government will do everything in its power to support those charities and not-for-profits that are working hard towards dealing with the same inequality issues that we have targeted and that we also wish to address. Thank you.
I have spent most of my life either benefiting from nonprofits or helping nonprofits, and over the past 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, transitioning over 50 federal nonprofits under the new Nonprofit Act. I got to know these organizations, and time again I would see their resources diverted because of the extreme scrutiny of the audits they were undergoing. We will make CRA fair. We will look at increasing the charitable tax for nonprofit donations. Nonprofits single-handedly create the social fabric of our society in Canada. The one in my world of sport, we contribute the most volunteers to the country through sport and recreation in Canada. I think we really need to focus on the nonprofit sector, the voluntary sector in particular, and increase the capacity. And I would definitely support increasing the tax receipt for charitable donations.